course, I realized I'm missing 2 little tiny clips. Alright, so I'm going to do a little more work on the Renegade today. First of all, my windshield guy came and installed the new windshield. Alright, so here are our new grill pieces. Got all the trim cleaned up and installed in the new ones. Got all these little rubber pieces installed. Got all the clips installed. This is the new inner fender here, our inner grill. Of course, the new one doesn't come with any clips on it, so I had to get the clips off the old one, and I'm missing one right here that tore off in the wreck, so I'm gonna have to order that. And I got in my stuff from Safety Restore, which is the seat belt and hopefully the SRS modules in here. Yep. So I can get that installed and then put some power to it, and hopefully we don't have a airbag light. Right, so I've got our SRS module in there. You can see it down the bottom. I don't have any panels back in yet. And I've got our seat belt installed without the panels installed. So it's all working properly. All right, doors open, start it up. No check engine light even. All we got is an open door and a seat belt and our parking light, since we don't have it even installed. The hood's open. Hook up our seat belt, make sure that's working right. Yep, that light went out. So we are good. Alright, so there it is. Everything's back together. All my panels are in. Turned out good. Looks like a new car in here, and I think she'll like it. Alright, we're in the bumper assembly facility working on the Jeep Renegade front bumper. And here we have our smashed one, and we're trying to figure out what all we need to get ordered, because when you get these things in, you're never sure what all is on them. Then you look up the parts breakdown on the computer. So we've got our new one right here. Looks like we got one light that might have a crack, or it has a busted bracket right there that we might be able to fix. We're missing 2 little grills, and the center grill's broken. We've got our new white bumper that Mike's already got painted, and so it looks like we might just need a few clips and those grills, hopefully. So we'll get everything that's on here transferred over to that, and we'll see as we go if we're missing anything else. Okay, so there's that put together. Now let's go see what we need to do on that fender. All right, so I've got the hood put on just because I had somebody here to help me get it stuck on there, lifted it on there, so got it mounted. But for right now, let's jack this thing up, get that tire out of our way, and see what we can do about getting this fender put on there. See if it's gonna line up. looks good. The gaps are like really good. And you look at both sides, I mean, they're very even. Got a good door gap here. Yeah, when I put this pinstripe back on, man, it should really look like nothing ever happened. If we can get our grill to line up perfectly on all sides. So that's always the trick. You get everything looking really good with the hood, and then you put the grill on and something's off. So, but might go right on easily. You never know. That's good. We'll go ahead and get the fender liner put on, and we've got all this trim. I might wait to the last to put that trim on till we get everything in the front done, because that's easy to snap on. So now I need to go ahead and this is the piece. I don't know if I told you before or not, but this little radiator shroud here is back ordered forever. Forever. I mean, this doesn't even have a date, and there are none. I've tried umpteen salvage yards and eBay, just everywhere. Now you cannot find one of these. So I'm going to take this off, and it's back ordered. So when it comes in, I can pull that bumper back off and put it back on. But for now, I want to get it off, and then we can go ahead and get our this little piece here changed out that was damaged, and put our crash bar back on and our little bumper absorber, and then start figuring out how to get our front bumper and grill back on. I just remembered I don't want to put this fender liner on yet until I get this. I remember I got to put that sealer back on there. I don't want to do that until I'm 100% sure that this fender is where it's going to have to stay. So I'm going to leave that all out of there right now and just start working on the front. So the first thing is to get this little shroud off, and then we'll start replacing the rest of this damaged stuff and get their crash bar on. All right, so here's where I am. I've got the that piece down there replaced. I got the crash bar installed, a new little bumper absorber put on. Got this little light put on. I checked it, it does work. Next thing I think would be headlights. I had to fix a few things in here. We had some broken tabs like this right here that I epoxied back. This one was bent. Ended up buying this new headlight here. I think those headlights should just be easy to stick on now. So I'll go ahead and get those put on, and then we'll go ahead and get the grill mounted on the rest of the front bumper section so that we can put it all on as one unit. All right, so I've got the headlights mounted, and I turned them on to make sure they worked. And I've got the grill mounted to the bumper. It's pretty nice. I've got two things that I ordered that were on the parts breakdown of this thing. They're called foam blockers. And I know they go between the bumper and something in here, and I have no idea where. These weren't on, they weren't there when I took the car apart, and the little parts breakdown is not clear about where they go. So I was trying to find anywhere that those things look like they fit, and I have not been able to find it yet. So I'll see if I see it more as I'm trying to put it on there. But now I'm going to go ahead and connect all the lights. There's all my switches and everything. I'm going to try to make sure all that actually comes on. I get it up there and just kind of sit it up there loosely and connect everything and make sure, you know, fog lights, blinkers, all that stuff. There's nothing damaged, and then we'll try to get that thing mounted. Okay, so I've got the front bumper on. Of course, I realized I'm missing two little tiny clips that go back behind there. I gotta put two screws in right there, so I can't put any of this stuff on till I get those ordered. But looks like it fits really good. I need to put these in the rest of the way and then shut the hood and see how we're looking on the gaps. Okay, I went to the store and picked up a few items I need to finish this. One is this pinstriping. I've never done pinstriping before. We'll have to figure out how to get that on there and make it look correct. I got a bunch of clips. Ordered those a while back and those came in because when you pull these off here, it breaks every single clip. So good design, Jeep. I think there'd be a way that they could invent some clip that comes on and off without breaking everything. And I bought a bunch of bulbs because we had one turn signal light. This one over here does not work. And both fog lights bulbs were burned out. I don't know if in the wreck something shorted out and made them burn out or what, but so I'm going to replace all those lights and we'll test them and make sure they all work. Then we will jump over here to this piece under here where I never got the sealer on there yet, so I can put the fender liner on. So I'll seal that the rest of the way, get the fender liner on. All right, so I've got the lights all connected and they checked out, everything works, fog lights, turn signals and all that. Then I went ahead and buttoned it up underneath this fender liner. Got that all screwed in, got the trim back on. And I went over here and went ahead and sealed that area with some seam sealer and went ahead and put the fender liner on. So now I'll go ahead and just put the tire back on, and then I gotta reconnect the washer fluid and squirters and then put that little insulator panel back on. Alright, so it's back on all fours, and I went ahead and my camera shut off for some reason, but I went ahead and got the stuff reconnected on there for the washers and then put this insulation on and then clean the inside of the hood. And when we get it outside, we'll power wash the motor and get it all detailed and looking nice. So all we got really left is two things, and that's that piece of trim right there waiting on those two clips and our Jeep logo for the hood, which I have. Check that out. So here's the Jeep logo. Get that installed. Well, guess what came in? It's our little clips that I was waiting on. So now we can get those put in and put our little trim piece on. Alright, so that's it, guys. The pinstriping was pretty easy. I think it looks good. Looks like the other side. And all I've got left now is I'm waiting on a sensor. The windshield guy actually is waiting on a sensor to put in there. That's the rain detector sensor that goes in there. He'll put that in. And I've got to replace the third brake light in the back, which means I have to take the spoiler off and all that. That one's cracked, but I probably won't show that. That's probably going to be boring, so I'll do that. And the next thing in this video would be Okay guys, it's time for the price breakdown on the 2016 Jeep Renegade Limited, the one with all the bells and whistles. So here we go. The auction price, we paid $4,000 even. Copart fees were $858. The fuel and food and all that for the trip to go get it, $274.31. The salvage yard dash, you guys remember the first dash I bought that had the airbags with it, $900. All the stuff that went with this black part of the bumper, all that was $542.31. Crash bar behind it, $141.21. Fender trim, $53.99. The rear brake light, $48.95. The fender, the actual fender, $204. The headlight, $225.45. The little key that opens the sunroof, $15.99. The new grill, the inner and outer together, was $252.95. The other dash that I bought from the salvage yard, the one that I actually used, $368.82. The module and seat belt repair and reset was $169.83. Paint, $1,027.68. The hood release cable that was broken, $20.88. This little side marker light, $25.38. The absorber, that plastic piece that went down there that was broken behind the bumper, $68.37. Little battery cover that was missing, $32.44. The Jeep badge in the front, $59.15. Bulbs, we had 3 or 4 bulbs blown out on this thing, $43.08. And then miscellaneous clips, just different stuff. This little stripe here, $95.12. Comes to a grand total of $9,427.91. So let me know what you guys think in the comment sections below. This thing turned out looking really good. I'm really happy with it. I think my daughter will really like it, and hopefully it serves them for many years. So that's it for this build, and if you guys did enjoy it, please give us a thumbs up below. Make sure you give us a comment down below. We'd like to hear your thoughts on it, and make sure you're a subscriber. So we'll see you on the next one.
And always remember, don't retire it if you can rebuild it. Thanks so much guys for tuning in and watching this week's episode of Rebuild It. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any awesome content. Have a good one.